Hey Ramblers, what's up? I just want to clarify before we get things started today, I am feeling very ill, so I'm probably not as energetic as I usually am. So without further ado, let's get rambling. The Grand Theft Auto series. Now, Ramblers, as you probably have been able to tell, I'm huge on video games, and I love what they're able to do with storytelling and character development, and elements that film seems to be losing these days. The Grand Theft Auto series is no stranger to controversy, with many news networks and politicians slandering it for debasing America's youth's values and promoting sociopathic acts of violence. And let me touch on the youth thing later, actually. There have even been politicians trying to get the game torn off store shelves for its horribleness, for lack of a better term. I'm a big fan of everything Rockstar has made. I've been a fan of Rockstar. I honestly can say I haven't played anything from GTA 3. I haven't played GTA San Andreas and Vice City or GTA 3, which some people say are some of the best GTAs out there. I started with the GTA 4, so I'm really late into the party. But I'm a huge fan of Rockstar's entire games. I'm a huge fan of the Max Payne series, which is it's a beautiful film noir crime drama that I love so much. I love Max Payne. I love the Red Dead Redemption game. I love LA Noire. I own pretty much all of these, and I've kept them mainly because of how great they are, and I'm big on keeping things that are great, such as my Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez section, Edgar Wright, and old Samurai stuff, Chris Nolan. Yeah, I'm known for keeping, things that are near and dear to my heart. But actually, what I think the biggest problem with the GTA series is the people looking from the outside in, judging without even ever delving into the story of these games, full of characters that are troubled and lead hard lives that are full of conflict and loss, and then having these characters driven to do what they have to do to get by in this world, our world. All these people see looking in is a violent, hate-spewing horror machine trying to violate our youth, which is not what this series is about. Quick side note here. You see, these games are violating our youth. I implore you to look in the very front and back of a box of a video game, and you can see in the little right-hand corner, you can see an ETM rating on it. E for everyone, T for teen, M for mature. Mature means 18 and up. The ESRB has these ratings so that kids don't get their hands on these games. The only way they can is if a parent or guardian buys them themselves for this kid. If you don't want your kid playing through a crime drama that takes inspiration from the film Heat, then I suggest you don't buy your kid this game. It's rated M for a reason. And if you're too busy to even look at the rating on the box that you're buying for your child, I suggest you reevaluate yourself as a parent. Side note over. Grand Theft Auto embodies what Rockstar sees as our broken America, unable to identify its problems, let alone deal with them. Grand Theft Auto is a social commentary, and a great social commentary it is. It has very subtle social commentary aspects, like the character. I'm speaking specifically of GTA 4 at this point, because that's the one I've played through and I've beaten, and I've played through time and time again. I've had hours of fun with it. Specifically, one of the big social commentaries is the character Brucey. He's a very manly man. He's all jocked up, he's juicing up. He's doing all this steroid stuff to make him the best man he could ever be. And it's a parody of our male culture trying to outman one another. And ironically enough, Brucey, even though it's not ever fully said, is a homosexual in the game. And it's not really fully said, but it's very much implied. They do a lot of things with our media in this game, with news corporations such as Weasel News, and you can take a stab at who they're trying to parody there. Or you drive by the airport and you see that one billboard for Pissweiser, It's a picture of a woman deep-throating a bottle of beer, trying to emphasize our need to sexualize everything when it comes, especially alcohol commercials. Alcohol commercials are all sexualized. And even in anything advertising, just trying to push that idea that sex sells. Now, I know what a lot of you right now are kind of saying at this point. Brandon, this is a violent game. You go out shooting people and everything. Granted, the GTA series has been jeered for the acts of violence you can commit, but violence in video games is an entirely different subject entirely. What I can say is that they do give reason for some of the acts of violence that you commit. Like Niko Bellic, he is a Russian. I'm pretty sure he's Russian. He sounds Russian. He says he's from Russia, but he's from a certain part of Russia. I'm not going to get too specific. Niko Bellic is there to fulfill the American dream, much like a very more modern day Scarface story, without the Al Pacino-ness of it all and the excess of the 80s. You're playing the role of someone doing crimes. Of course, it's going to be something of this. Of course, there's going to be some violence involved in this, and some unlawful acts. Mind you, this is a game for adults. It's got the rating M on it. It's rated M for mature. That's ages 18 up. Since violence in video games is such an entirely different topic altogether, I'm going to let you listen to someone else who is a man much smarter than I, and much more well-spoken than I. There's a link in the description below for a video of Adam Sessler, one of the world's greatest video game journalists out there, talking about the violence in video games and politicians talking and jeering video games in general. But I'll let you watch that later on. While sticking with the whole concept of violent sprees in GTA 4, I've been known to even go on some sprees in GTA 4 just to see how long I can last. And if you think about it, that's all it really is. It's experimentation, because we've all had fantasies of living at least in a world where there are no consequences. There's no one who can tell you no. And this game gives you that escape, and that is what it is. It's an escape. You're gonna just get in this world and do whatever you want without any consequences, really. And that's all it really is. An escape. Well, just like any other art form. But I will leave you with this one quote from, his name's not really on it, it's just some person who contributed to the site of nzgamer.com. This is the quote. Grand Theft Auto is a brilliant critique of American culture if you're willing to look beyond the surface. Grand Theft Auto is not a violent sociopathic simulator that promotes violence and hatred. It is a satirical social commentary that highlights everything wrong with capitalism and the American dream. Those that hate it are either ignorant of its satire or too patriotic to get the parody. I think that really sums up GTA. But now that I'm done with this little rant, if you like this video and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Check out videos like this every week for your pleasure. And sadly, this week there is no bonus video. I'm terribly sorry. We're trying to get these things done, and you'll have one next week for sure. And like always, hit up the Renegades Cinema website and like us on Facebook so you can get material like this and more, all just for you, the people. Also, check out the Cosplayers of Comic-Palooza 2013 video that I posted last week. And we have Jesse Bloom, one of our writers, doing interviews and everything, and it's a very well done video. I suggest you watch it. And like always, I'm Brandon Gropey for Renegade Cinema, signing off.